Hi you guys, happy Wednesday. Welcome to my channel, Wholesale to Million. My name is Khang. So I want to share, do a quick video. This is for those of you who are like, hey Khang, how can I get into your Facebook page? What is your private Facebook page all about? The only way that you can get in is you got to purchase my amazing seller script package, my King Kong amazing seller script package, because to me, the number one key to succeed in this business is being able to know how to talk to seller. Now, I challenge those of you who are good talking to seller, but have you ever locked property up on the contract just by over the phone? Never seen the seller, never go out to the property. Have you ever done that? There is a certain skill set and certain ways you have to talk to seller to be able to get them just to sign the contract electronically, send it back to you, and then you can still send out your buyers to view the property, all right? To view the property, and then to assign that property over to your end buyer. So this is exactly what I do, you guys, and I teach that in my channel, is you don't need to go see the seller, you don't need to go see the property, you don't need to meet up with the buyer. All this can be done virtually, all right? And it's a skill set, in a way that you talk to seller that gets them to say, that gets them to commit to sign that agreement, to trust you, to sign that agreement just electronically, just by over the phone. All right, you guys. So if you are interested, the link is in the descriptions. To buy is $4.95, but it's only for those of you who are ready and who are committed, and knowing that to succeed in this business, it is my responsibility. It's not up to Khang, it's not up to anybody else, but it's up to me. What I'm doing is I'm providing you with the tools to help you tie deal up under contract, and how you can do it all over the phone. I mean, if you think about it, if you cold call Craigslist for sell by owner, or if you get incoming people calling from your bandit sign, from your postcard, from your letters, or you meet somebody in the streets, in the store, potential client, potential seller. You gotta know how to talk to them. If you don't, then how can you convert these leads into deals? And that's my number one biggest thing that was holding me back from doing deal when I first started. I was spending $510,000 every single month, and I was just throwing it away because when seller calls in, obviously, I didn't, when I first got in, I didn't know anything about the business. I didn't know what kind of question to ask. I didn't know how to handle the objections. The seller was taking control of the phone call. They were just directing me everywhere and asking me a whole bunch of questions that I don't know. And if I go, and I represent myself as, hey, we buy a lot of properties in the area, but you do not know answer to these kind of questions. And once you have it's always the first impression, and once you have give them like that, it's like the untrust, like if they can't trust you, or they felt something weird, or they felt like you don't know what you're talking about or what you're doing. It's hard for them, but it's hard for you to even now convince them and get them all the way to actually doing business with you, and especially signing that contract without meeting. All right, without meeting you, okay? But I will teach you guys in my package script. I do a video on, there's two parts of the script. One is the incoming call when the seller calls in. I do a video explaining how I handle the call when they come in. If they ask you any question you don't know, you would say, let's just say the seller, Bob, that is great questions for my team manager or for my company. Unfortunately, to be honest with you, I don't want to give you the wrong information, but I don't have the answer to that. But I will definitely get that answer from my team manager or from my company, just to make sure I give you the right info. But today, Bob, my job is just to collect and gather all the information from you regarding this property that you're interested in or you're hoping to sell, so that way our team can construct you a fair and an intelligent offer. And we typically can do that, Bob, within the next 24 to 48 hours. It is a free, no risk, no obligation cash offer. So, Bob, do you have a house or a property you're interested in selling? You see that? So when you sound like that, and like I always teach you guys, is act as if you are working for a company or for a group of investment or investor. All right? So don't represent yourself as you are the one that's going to negotiate with them. All right? because a lot of times they feel like you are trying to get the, you are trying to get the best lowball discount on their property for yourself. All right, because I have sellers have asked me, so Khang, do you work for commissions or do you work for, or how do you get paid? And I said, you know what, my job is actually to, call you and see if you have a property you're interested in selling, and I get paid per hour. I don't get paid per commissions. Whether you can, whether you're gonna do business with us or you don't, it really doesn't, it really doesn't matter, and I don't get paid commission. All right, that's what I tell them. I don't get paid commission, because when you do get, when you say you get paid commission, obviously, and that's the reason why they ask. They ask is they want to know, are you going to be, are you fully trying to work for, or are you working on a commissions where you're going to try to get all the benefit for yourself? All right, that's why they want to know. But when I say, no, it doesn't really matter, Bob, whether my goal is to call you if you have a property you're interested in selling. My job is to see how I can make it work for you and for our company. And if it works, great. We would love to buy the property from you. But if it doesn't, then it's not a problem, right? If it doesn't, it's completely okay. All right, I don't get paid commissions. I just get paid per hour. All right, and my job is to see how we can make it work and create a win-win for both parties. If we can't, that's awesome. If we cannot, it's completely okay, Bob. Okay, so you guys got to understand that when you act just as an employee, it just really brings the wall down a little bit, right? It brings the wall down a little bit. And even if, let's just say, even if you offended him or her, right, when you present the offer, even if you offended him or her, you can, as an employee, you can call, if they blow up on you, they get all pissed off and they get all mad at you, you can say, hey, Bob, I'm so sorry that offer offended you. To be, I'm really, really sorry. I'm not the person, if they blow up on you, they start cussing and swearing. Bob, I'm sorry. My job is actually just to present you the offer. I did not construct the offer. My team manager is the one that does the research on it, and then they just sent me over a price here to make you an offer on your property, and my goal is to make it to see how I can make it work for you and for us. And so I am sorry, all right? So I'm sorry if it's upset you, it's offend you. I'm so sorry, and I hope you can understand that I'm just trying to do my job. All right? And I got seller that blows up, and then when I say, I'm sorry, I'm just working for this company, please don't be mad at me. And I'm sorry if it's offend you. I understand that it's way lower than what you wanted or what you initially thought that we can offer for you, so I apologize. And then later on down the road, when you follow up, it's a lot easier, right? It's a lot easier. They just know that you're just working for the company and you're just doing your job. But let's just say if you made them a really low ball offer and they cuss at you and they swear at you and basically it's starting off really bad. It's hard for you to call back and try to follow up, but if you are just working for a company, they just know that you're just doing your job. Hey, Bob, I'm just calling back just to follow up on the offer that we've made for you a week ago. Just want to kind of see where you're at and what's your thought on it. Would you consider, or if you have a different price that from last time we chat about, would love to know what that is, so maybe I can bring it back to our team and kind of have them review the number again and see how we can make this work. So the key, you guys know what I know now. I would have never start off as representing myself to negotiate with the seller. I would always, when I call, I would always think of me on behalf of a company I'm working for, or an investor, or a big group of investor that I'm working with or working for. All right. So anyways, and then also too, is you guys are curious about, when you purchase it, I include all my contract that we use, the purchase sell contract that we use between you and the seller. It has all the contingent in there that's going to protect you all the way up to the day of closing. But, we have used it in a couple different states already, never had a problem. But obviously, you guys want to verify that, make sure that it is work within your states, send it to your title company or your attorney, have them review it, see if they need to make any changes. And after that, you should be able to, good to go. So I have all of that, and you guys will get to listen to unlimited live seller calls where I put this the seller script into action. So I'm not handing you or giving you something that I don't know if it's going to work or not. that I never used before, or I've never talked to seller like that. No, what you see on the script is exactly how I talk to these sellers, and exactly how my VA talked to the seller, and exactly how we're able to lock deals up on the contract and do it all over the phone. And when you get the private access to the Facebook group, let me share with you kind of for those of, this is for those of you who's interested or who's curious about what's in the page, what I offer, etc. The Facebook group, you guys, is just a bonus. If you go back to all the video when I first came out with this products, the Facebook group is just a bonus. I want to add more value to you guys, and I want to see you guys succeed, and I want to make sure that that you guys are just not buying and then just put it on a shelf or just throwing it away, or you tried it for a month or so and then you just completely forget about it. This Facebook page is that once you buy it, once you purchase my King Kong Amazing Seller Script Package, there's a link that's a link that you, and there's a code for you to enter the Facebook, right? When you enter the Facebook, it will ask you for a code, and then you punch it in, and that's how you enter. And then once you enter on there, I am going to hold you accountable, and I will not let you off the page until you do your first wholesale deal. So there's two requirements when you enter the page. So basically when you enter the page, there's two requirements for you to finally, you can leave the page. One is you do your first wholesale deal. Two is you outgrow the group where we cannot add any more value to you, then you can leave the group. And let me share with you kind of some stuff that are going in, that are kind of going on in the page right now. So what it is you see, you guys get to be, and there's a lot of stuff that I cannot share on YouTube that I'll be able to open more and share with you guys on the Facebook page. So it's like, you know, when you called in, when you get in, Jin posted questions about, hey Khang, how do I handle all the objections to the seller? And he lists 15 items of all the objections. Oh, how do you got my information? So how do you got my information? Why don't you make me an offer? I want to think about it, etc. All right, and I did a video, and this is what I was able to do. So so Jin posted that question. I was able to do a video and answer all his objection questions to share with you guys how I would say it, all right? And then there's another, there's multiple, and there's Kirk. Kirk is also in the group, and he asked about, hey Khang, as I don't have a proven ROI on marketing, I love to hear how you evolve from starting out with about 100 to 1,000 to now 40,000 a month in ad spending. All right, and what I did was I was able to do a video, and so in the comment section on the Facebook page, I'm able to basically read your questions. All right, you can post a video, you can do an audio. All right, you can do an audio if it's a long questions. It's probably I actually like that better if you want to do an audio or you want to do a video. You pop it on the Facebook page, and I will read it, listen to it, or watch it, and I will be able to do a video right back for Kirk. So like this. And now Kirk can go in there and, oh yeah, here's a question. Sorry about that, you guys got cut out, got an incoming call. But anyways, so basically you were able to post your question on there, whether you want to do a video, an audio, whatever it is, and I was able to do a video back, because a lot of times what it is maybe something, you have a question, is too long, it's hard for me to type down and have it make sense. I'll do a video, and then I'll be able to reply it back to you. One thing I do want you to understand about this Facebook page is that it is not a one-on-one, but it's the closest that you can get to a one-on-one. It's not a one-on-one mentoring or coaching or anything like that, but what it is that I want, when you enter the Facebook group, I'm going to hold you accountable for it, all right? I'm going to hold you accountable for it until you close your first wholesale deal, or you want to level up, or whatever you want it to do, all right? But everybody in the group, it's just a small community of us, and we are on there to help each other out. If you have any questions or any concern that you're doing, whether maybe you're testing out some marketing or the way that you talk to seller, or maybe you have a deal that you want to help kind of break down and figure out, hey, what the ARV is, what should I offer to the seller, what should I say if the seller say this, say that. And as a small community, our goal is to obviously to help each other succeed, and we're able to help you, kind of give you our opinion understanding of what you need to do next to get that property locked up or to close on it, to sell it to the buyer, etc. All right, you guys. So what it is, if it's something that you're interested in enjoying, then hit the link in the description. Purchase my King Kong Amazing Seller Script package, and man, when you actually see what is on my seller, the script package, you will be like, man. And when you listen to how I lock these property up on the contract, just all over the phone, and I promise you, once you know how to do it, locking the up on contract will be a much easier than you think. All right. So now I want to let you know as well, this is not an overnight success. All right, this is not an overnight success. But the thing is that this is going to help you, for those of you having trouble, issue, talking to seller, converting leads into deals, taking property up on a contract, and how you can do that virtually. Boom, then click the link below, join our Facebook family, and man, on there people are already, you know, we're talking about deals. There's people on there that are tying property up on a contract and things like that and making things happen. These are for massive action taker, and for those that are knowing that, hey, success is my responsibility, it's my duty, and I cannot put it on anybody else. All right, you guys. So if you do believe in the products that I'm selling you, and if you want to join the Facebook family, and if you want to close your first wholesale deal, click the link in the descriptions. Buy it. It's $4.95, and like I said, it's a no refund, no exchange. It's only for those of you who are ready, who are committed to take your life, to take this business to the next level. And if you are, then click the link and I'll welcome you. I look forward to seeing you on the Facebook family. All right, you guys, take care, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on there. Bye.